Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Set.
They run again on first down. Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Here we go. Let's rock now.
On second down, Anderson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. The shotgun snap for Newton. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. So first possession, fourth and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. You think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this,
okay.
All right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
They snap it to Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Hey. Set 180.
Back to the ground. Anderson looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, here's Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and now it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Thing on the slot. Thing on the slot. Set. 180. Hey! You.
From the gun, here's Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So kind of a tough break there. No real hook or slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Swing to the field. Right.
First down, Prescott. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Here we go. 180.
Prescott looks to throw on first. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
46. Hey, switch. 26.
On second down, Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now Prescott looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Here's Newton under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep is Tavon Austin. This is taken at about the 14. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Cowboys offense. The wild optimism going into last season, of course, because they were coming off that 13-3 year, but they faded a bit last year as they dropped to a good but not great 9-7.
The good thing for Dallas, they play in a pretty volatile division, the NFC East. There hasn't been a repeat champion in the East since 2003, 2004, and that was Philadelphia, who currently holds the crown right now. But this is a Dallas team that I think has worked its way through some adversity. They've lost some key veteran players along the way the last 2 years. So the face of the franchise, actually the face is quarterback Dak Prescott. But to me, the guy who really makes them go, running back Ezekiel Elliott. If they get 16 out of him, expect Dallas to be in the thick of things.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dontari Poe getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They just get the play off. Now Prescott steps away to his left. He finds Hearns left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here we go. Wide eight.
A first down carry by Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, wide eight.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They start the drive with Anderson, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play. Able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
They'll run. Anderson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And there's the first NFL catch for the Maryland man, DJ Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
46.
Prescott on 1st down. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Hey, check 20. Get out. Good. 58 to the mic.
Prescott yet again. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
47.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Hey, here we go. Let's go. Get out. 46.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
26.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Barely got the extra point. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go, wide 8. 26.
The give is to Elliott. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Here we go, 47. You got 4. Here we go. Wide 8. 58 Mike. 58 Mike. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Hurns brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Prescott from the gun. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
To throw on second down. Newton, that's complete to Cobb. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Check your hot read. You go tight. Here you go. You got gun. Here we go. Get down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Gun. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Wide angle. Here we go. Get inside. Let's go. Get out. Get out. Check. Shift.
First down, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. And some room to roam now. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Flushed out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Here we go.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Great. We're set. 180.
They give it to Anderson, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, it gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, here we go. All right, hey. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check three.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. It's Scarborough again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Wide eight.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I got wide. Here we go. Wide eight. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's get it together, defense. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A give to Elliott. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gano for the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Let's go. Let's take it. Go. Get out. We're going to 54. Wide.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott buying time to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Here we go, 46. 46.
Throwing. Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Again, it's Elliott, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
Now Newton on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Great. Set. 180.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Let's go.
Back to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Newton now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. And with a play clock at 3, we're going to get a timeout called from the sideline as they'll burn the first of their allotted 3. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Now Newton. And that's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
We're going to 54. Wide eight. Get out, get out.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. Wide eight. Done. Under.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Wide eight, six.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
46. Here we go. Wide in. 26.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. K1 short. In there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Under. We got 4. Check.
Running with Elliott. And he's got room. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Carolina, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.